Here's why you should stop drop shipping today, yesterday, anytime, ASAP. Yes, you guy who's peddling the course on drop shipping, but actually doesn't make anything doing drop shipping, or girl, whoever you are. Guys, my name's Nick Wood. You might be watching this video going, who's this guy? This ain't my guy. Go to the next video. I'm cool. Okay. But if you are in drop shipping or you're thinking about drop shipping, listen to this video because I'm going to tell you why it's not worth getting into. And if you're into it, why you should get out of it immediately. Now, is drop shipping a better option than sitting on your ass at home? Yeah, of course. Okay. But if we're looking at business models and we're comparing, I'm going to tell you the number one reason why this model is not one that you want to build your future on, not one that you want to stake your livelihood, not one that you want to, bet the farm on, that you want to put everything into. And that reason is because of assets. There are no assets attached to the model. Guys, when I was getting into my first online business, when I used to do door knocking. I was literally a door knocker. And as pathetic as that sounds, I would go around and knock on doors and get paid to sell home security systems. And I was like, I got to get out of this. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what business model. I'd never done online. I didn't know anything about anything, right? So what I did is this. I sat down with a piece of paper and I said, all right, Nick, here's what you want. You say that you want this. You want to be able to travel. You want to make this much money, blah, 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 blah. What are the things that the business model that you want to get into have to have? And I started making a list and I was like, okay, well, I have to be able to do it from anywhere because I want to travel. I have to be able to it has to be scalable. I have to be able to scale it. What else? It has to be low barrier to entry. I didn't have, millions of dollars to start a Jimmy John's. Plus that would have not checked the box of location anyway. It had to be recurring. I was so sick and tired of getting paid one time. And that's another thing, guys. I don't know about you drop shippers, but I know that a lot of times you get somebody that comes to your site, whatever, you sell a t-shirt, you sell whatever, it's one and done, baby. It's one and done. Is that person, even if it was just 10 cents, even if it was $5, even if it was $10, are you building recurring income or is it one and done? Now, I know once in a while, maybe you get a supplier or some company that wants to, but majority of those are one and done. There's no recurring aspect to it, right? And one of the biggest things that I wrote on that piece of paper was assets. It has to have assets attached because although I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, although I didn't go to the Ivy League college or all those different things, and I grew up on a farm in a small town in southern Utah, I did learn one thing. That is in order to get rich, you need to spend your time buying, building, or creating assets. That is the formula. That is the only way. And I had somebody that's worth over $50 million tell me this a couple years ago. They said, everything you do, Nick, every ounce of energy, every dollar spent, every second spent, use it to build assets. Because if there's not an asset attached to what you're doing, you should run for the hills. Because if you did that for your entire life, imagine where you'd be after 2 years, after 5 years, after 10 years. And I was like, that is so freaking true. So my drop shipping friends, are you building assets? No, you are not. And if you're not building assets, you are trading your time for dollars. And yes, you are using your head and using this thing called the internet, and you have leverage over somebody else. But at the end of the day, you're not building assets. And if you don't build assets, how are you going to get wealthy? That's it, guys.